How's it going, everybody? Ni hao. Welcome to a brand new episode of Crypto Clout. I am your host, Phase Crypto. We're looking at an $8,767 Bitcoin, currently up today about 2.39% at the time of making this video. And of course, subject of this video will be Cardano, which itself is enjoying some 7% gains. And of course, I'd really like to start off the video by introducing some of the more relevant news topics that we have. We've got Ethereum, design, of course, accusations of copying Cardano architecture, and this will happen in the crypto space from time to time. I'm not going to spend too much time on it, but it definitely does highlight a really significant thing that we've been seeing happening in the crypto space, which is intrinsically connected to the aspects, the behind the scenes sort of things that we see happening. So we'll just go on to read, after the release of multiple EH2 independent testnets, the Ethereum Foundation asked all of those interested in Ethereum development to test its features. Some testnet users have reached an unexpected conclusion. And of course, if you guys want to check more into that or comment down below discussing what your thoughts on this are, very interesting development. We'll probably be following that closely. In this article right here, of course, Cardano would surge by 500x to attain $20 by the end of 2022. This crypto chartist. So Cardano ADA is already preparing its way for growth and development across the board, with the system overhauling projects that will emerge in 2020. Sometimes at the end of the concluding year, the founder CEO Charles Hoskinson specifically stated that Cardano will be the best among cryptographic projects in 2020. So of course, this is interesting, of course, for many of you. Of course, we do talk about this pretty often, how Cardano has been setting itself up to be a significant leader in the upcoming, the new paradigm that we see. And it will be interesting to see, and we've got this article, crazy Bitcoin holders stash 12.6 million BTC in long-term positions. And of course, almost 12.6 million Bitcoin has been moved in more than 12 months. The statistic suggests a strong belief among investors that the Bitcoin market has not finished growing just yet. And I am inclined to agree with such a statement. And of course, we have the interest for Bitcoin halving is surging on Google. Bitcoin traders are part on whether the digital currencies once every 4 years halving will shock costs towards 2017's untouched high, close to 20K or multiples of that. What's reasonable is the interest for the point in flooding on Google. A lot of people look at Google Trends to measure interest. It is sort of a reliable tool. It's not necessarily my favorite, but at the same time, it is an interesting perspective nonetheless. Anyway, I have this video right here. We've got cash is trash. We've got Ray talking about Bitcoin, and he knows that he's rambling, whatever, but we're gonna watch this anyway. I think that it does have some value to offer. So without any further ado, we're gonna hand it over to him.
Because you can't jump into cash. Cash is trash, okay? Cash is that they're going to, because they're going to print money. What do? You get out, okay? So cash is not going to.
So what do you do?
So what you have to do is you have to have a well-diversified portfolio. And first of all, you have to be global, and you have to have balance. And I think, I don't want to grab. Well, the headline's going to be. Again, anyway, is I think that you have to have a certain amount of gold in your portfolio, right, or you have to have something that's hard. There are three monetary systems that happen. The first is, in the old days, it had intrinsic value. You'd carry around gold coins. Then we come up with the idea of banks or even central banks. And what they do is they create certificates, right, we call notes, that are claims on those things. And we print many more certificates than there is money in the bank. And then that's a linked system. Right. And so we did that, and we broke that in 1971. Then you have a fiat monetary system, which means that you can print whatever amount of money you want, and you can put that, and that's what governments do. So we're in that part of the cycle, bigger picture, so that when you think about things, the depreciation of the exchange rate and the printing of money, I think over the next few years is going to be the biggest.
If you want to buy gold, do you buy Bitcoin?
No, there are two purposes of money: a medium of exchange and a storehold of wealth. And Bitcoin is not effective in either of those cases now.
Store of wealth?
No, because first
potentially.
Of all, it's too volatile. Because of the volatility, you can't go next to it. Someday when I would say Libra or something which has more stable value, has got more potential. But also, who's going to do the buying? Central bankers and others. What are they going to hold as reserves? What has been tried and true? Are they going to hold digital Bitcoin? They're going to hold gold.
So he's got a few interesting points there. I mean, it's always interesting to listen to a billionaire talk about cryptocurrency using such language, and in no uncertain terms, he does definitely have a point about inflation. We've watched similar clips of that same talk more and more. I mean, if you guys want to check it out, go over to our Twitter, at crypto, go check out our Twitter. Obviously you can find pretty easily. But anyway, we want to talk about the more or less writing on the wall that is difficult to ignore. The smart contracts, and of course the ability for something like Cardano in the larger sense to be able to really just ultimately revolutionize the way that a lot of these different components of the totality of what we are witnessing happening right now. It is unprecedented, and we will a lot of people will be steamrolled over just because they're too attached to the old paradigm. But I would say in just the same way that we witness cashless society really coming in full force, at the same time we'll witness more people moving over to these alternative, forms of exchange, forms of store of value, and among them will be, the Bitcoins, the Ethereums, the Cardano, the XRPs, the Libra. As much as that gives me a bad taste in my mouth to say it, we will see, Facebook getting their due. I mean, the fact of the matter is, it comes down to where are the people paying attention? And Facebook is a bank of attention. People spend thousands of hours, millions of hours every single day looking at these different social media platforms. And while Facebook will probably not be a leader in the next paradigm because of the different issues that they continuously run into when it comes to data and all these other problems, in much the same way we see a lot of the old tech, behemoths of the past sort of running into similar issues. We'll probably see a subsequent dethroning of platforms like YouTube just due to managerial issues and a failure to really understand what makes their websites tick. It really doesn't matter at the end of the day. The foundational aspect of it is already set in stone. The Pandora's box has already been opened. And when we want to talk about Bitcoin, and the future paradigm shift, it's already here among us. Now, of course, remember this video is for entertainment, educational purposes only. Of course, I'm not your dad. I'm not your financial advisor. Remember to do your own due diligence, do your own research. Of course, remember I'm just here providing my opinion. Of course, I like to hear what you guys have to say, so make sure that you guys comment down below, letting us know what you think, about the recent price action that we see happening. 65% Bitcoin dominance at the current time of making this video. Very interesting. And of course, comment down below letting us us know the country that you guys are watching this from. Always interesting in hearing the different countries that you guys put in the comments down below, because it is the internet. We do have an international audience on here, and feel free to reach out, on Twitter in the comments section. Always interested in the community. And all that being said, hope you guys have enjoyed this video. I think it's been a good one, and I'll see you guys next video. Have a good one.